Now I'll just flick through into the next slide and then come back to the other initiatives. So 1 year on, he's just produced an update report as to what has actually happened here. And so he's looking now at sort of what's happening in terms of the board representation in Footsie 100 companies, Footsie 250, and linking through to some research done by Cranfield. So 1 year on, we've crept up from 12.5% to 15.6%. 27% of board appointments now taken up by women by 13%. And we've almost halved the number of all-male boards in the Footsie 100. And again, sort of some increase in statistics you'll see within the Footsie 250. But again, I think one of the issues I addressed earlier we need to be careful about. It's not the same very small number of women circulating around a number of boards as sort of non-executive directors. And then the latest research that's come out that's available on the Department for Business Innovation and Skills website from Cranfield about what's happening in the Footsie 100 in 2012. So I think that there is still a lot to do, but progress is slowly being made. Now, other companies like Spain and Norway have actually set formal quotas, and that's one of the things I'll come on to, which may come out of Europe following a consultation that they're doing at the moment. But following a consultation going to the second initiative by the Financial Reporting Council, they're planning revisions to the corporate code which governs all listed companies, which will be enacted in the autumn of 2012. And that will be encouraging a focus on diversity, including gender, in terms of objective setting, importing and implementation. And I think that one of the things which is quite important is shareholders taking more of an active interest. And if they do realise that sustainable companies that are going to grow and have the best talent are companies where the share price actually stays solid for longer, then shareholders may well be asking questions of nominations committees and so on. And a separate section of the code will also address how nominations committees are dealing with things, and that picks up the earlier point about recruitment, which actually should set out what the board's policy is on diversity, including gender, measurable objectives and progress on achieving the objectives. And also, interestingly, in terms of the Old Boys Network, an explanation should be given if neither an external search consultancy or open advertising has been used in the appointment of a chairman or a non-executive director. So much more transparency that's actually going to happen there, hopefully. And the third initiative is the Better Choices for Working Parents. And that's a Children and Family Bill, which is due to come in 2013. And the work that we've been doing in the Commission on Working Better has been feeding into that consultation with approaches that companies are using to make flexible working an important part of business viability. That bill will also extend the right to request flexible working for all employees, which needs to be at all levels, otherwise it's just going to have women remaining in lower paid work. And finally, the European Commission has just completed a consultation at the end of May on policy options for what it calls targeted measures to enhance female participation. And one of the things which they may be looking at, we'll just have to wait and see sort of what comes out of that, is possible EU measures, which actually could include legislative ones, like quotas, for example, 30% of board appointments by 2015 or 40% by 2020. So that consultation has just closed and we'll have to sort of see what comes out of that. I mean, certainly in the Commission we're slightly encouraged by the progress that's happening to our business working in the Lord Davis, on the Lord Davis review, and also that the work that the CBI and the British Chambers of Commerce are actually doing. But there is a huge amount still to do, and no one has the answers because there isn't a one-size-fits-all. So thank you very much for listening. What I'd now like to do is to throw it open for discussion. Thank you.